So let's talk money block number 3. So this is another big money block that I see amongst female entrepreneurs, and especially spiritual people. And it's one I really do struggle with. And I say do struggle with and not did struggle with is because I still find myself sometimes slipping back into that routine and having to really catch myself and be aware of it. So what is this money block I'm referring to? Well, it's the block of receiving, and it's a very, very common block. So think about this. If someone was to pay you a compliment, so if I were to say to you today, oh, I really love your hair, the way you have it sitting, I wish I could get mine like that, what would you initially do? What would be your immediate reaction? Would you blush, sort of flick your hair and be very awkward about it and say, no, I haven't done anything with it today, or I really need to get to the hairdresser soon? Or would you be full of confidence and say, oh, wow, thank you, yeah, I know it's looking good, I'm really rocking it today? Because how you react to that is a big indicator of whether this block is an issue in your life or not. Because if you can't even accept a compliment without having to deflect it constantly, or another way of this is that if I paid you a compliment, you would feel that you have to automatically pay me one back in return. So you couldn't just accept that compliment without having to pay me a compliment in return. So if you can't just accept that without deflecting or having to pay me back one in return, then you obviously have a block around receiving. And these blocks are held a lot in your sacral chakra for women. So it's something, though, that is a major problem, because if you have a block to receiving, then it doesn't matter how well you do with the rest of your money mindset, with all the manifesting abilities in the world. You cannot receive because you're blocking, you are not open to receiving what it is that you're asking the universe for. And this sends out very, very mixed messages for the universe, and it can become very overwhelmed and confused, because what does it give you? Does it give you what you're asking for? Okay, so you may be saying, I want 10 new clients for this new program at £500 each, blah, blah, blah. But if you are not open to receiving that amount of clients or that amount of money, then how can the universe give you what you want? So remember, it can only give you what you think you have the capacity to receive. So think about this in terms of money and business. Are you making it easy for people to pay you? First of all, do you even think that you deserve to be paid, okay? Because, like I say, it's a common block amongst most spiritual people who think they don't actually need money. But remember, the more money you have, the more people you can serve and better help. So why would you not accept payment for your services? So are you making it easy for people to actually pay you? Do you have payment links there? Is the price there? Think about these things to make it easier for yourself to receive. And if it's something you're still finding very difficult, then even start practicing mantras or affirmations like I am open and willing to receive, and take it in baby steps until you really are ready to fully receive. And like I said, remember the mantra, I serve, I deserve. So don't get so caught up in always having to overgive. Remember, receiving is actually essential too, because there has to be that balance, that energy cycle of giving and receiving. And when we are blocking ourselves from receiving, we don't actually see that we're creating an issue, but we're actually robbing someone of that joy of giving to us. So think about when you give a present or you give something of service to someone and how happy it makes them. It makes you feel automatically happy too. Now imagine you're giving it to someone who won't receive. Then it sort of robs you of the joy of giving, therefore putting a block in the cycle of giving and receiving. So remember, there has to be that equal parts of giving and receiving. You can't always overgive. So that was money block number 3.